Peace, y'all. How y'all doing? We are doing pick a card. The card I want you to select the cards, well, the pals that I want you to select from will be from the lapalazuli pile, the amethyst pile, or the clear quartz pile. One, two, or three. And you're going to come back for the second half so that we can get an understanding of each pile and what it is that you need to know. If you selected pile one, the Lapalazuli pile, this reading is for you. Okay. We're going to start with the untold truth. What it is that you may not know for some of you. Okay. You could be dealing with someone or situation where either you are being misunderstood or feel misunderstood because of a mistake that you made, or this is a situation between you and another individual, and this person is feeling misunderstood by you, collective. Maybe you both are feeling misunderstood by the situation. Let's talk about what's actually going on in the energy. You got the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So at some point, collective, you could be connected to a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, maybe even a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, strong Taurus, strong Cancer energy, or Pisces. You could be deciding that you're going to release or remove fear from a situation. This could have been you in an anxiously attached situation with someone, and someone could be choosing to release or let go of the fear in this situation. Let's see what steps or what could happen once fear has been released, or this feeling of being misunderstood, this fear of being misunderstood is released. What could occur? And it's going to be because of feelings that you have, collective, like maybe you are very connected emotionally, and your goals here, Scorpio or Pisces or Cancer, maybe even a Taurus. Your goals is to move towards some form of stability. This could be emotional stability. This could be physical stability within your finances or your home. But I do feel like you're releasing fear of being misunderstood for some of you. Okay. So let's get three cards as a clarifier for this reading so you can get a better understanding of what's to come here. The Ace of Cups try to come out here in this reading. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, you could be connected to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be working or focusing on your stability, your security. Ace, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Five of Swords. If you're dealing with the individual, this person could be watching you, collective. They could be watching you for following reasons, because they want to maybe figure out what's the best way to come out of this misunderstanding, right? If this is you and you're not connected to an individual, you're focusing on your stability, focusing on new projects, maybe even learning from past mistakes, some things that you may have found that you are regretting or have regret. Okay. You're coming to a period of ending a trial that may have occurred in your life, collective. You could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, maybe even an air sign, maybe overly thinking. You could have been in that space previously, collective, where you may have been thinking a lot about the things that you have been through. But this overall, I feel like there's going to be an end to particular struggles. If you're dealing with an individual, you may be dealing with somebody who wants to hold on to this connection, and maybe even wanting to let go of the negative thoughts, right? This misunderstanding. All right, let's give them a card. Yeah, so for some of you, this could be you actually finding motivation within yourself to go after the goals that you have, collective. If you're connected to a fire sign, doesn't necessarily have to be, but if you are connected to a fire sign, this person could be ready to let go of the misunderstanding, of the conflict, and maybe ready to communicate with you. Welcome back to part two to your pick a pile. If you selected the amethyst, this reading is for you. Okay, and beautiful amethyst stone. Okay, let's start with the truth of what it is that you do not know. Some of you may not know. All right, chemistry is here. So you or someone that you're connected to, especially if you're connected to an individual. If you're connected to an individual, this person and you may be coming to some understanding about the connection, right? If it's just you alone, uh, you have a deep desire to satisfy a certain urge, right? This was not something that was planned. I just put a stone where my intuition told me to put a stone. So I'm looking at these cards for the first time, just like you are. So this amethyst, with the first card being chemistry, you may be needing to open up a little bit, collective, in terms of the things that you desire and be honest about your intentions about going toward them. Yeah, Nine of Cups, the World card, and and the King of Swords collective. So yeah, this is pretty awesome for you. So for some of you, I feel like you're focusing on things that you desire, the things that you want. And here with the World card, you're starting a new cycle. You could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but you are someone that's going toward a goal. You have a goal. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some clarifying energy here to clarify what it is that you need to know in this situation for your collective. Whatever this is that you are passionate about, collective, your energy is fixed on it. And you made up your mind. You made up your mind as to what it is that you want. All right. When I picked up the card, the deck, we had the hermit here, and again, we still have the hermit. So maybe this is not something that you have taken action toward, and you're doing this within your state of quiet right now. You're in this hermit mode, coming, coming to a master plan. This could be in regards to a relationship or your own physical stability. Because when we see the Four of Wands, we are talking about a union, right? So maybe this is you looking for a person, right? Or this person that you're connecting to, you're feeling like, hey, maybe it's time for me to start looking at commitment, all right? Because with the Seven of Cups, someone is choosing to move forward, choosing to be victorious, choosing to have success. And for some of you, this is a start of a new cycle. Okay, Seven of Swords, strategy and planning. Be mindful of how you plan and strategize because it could end up in a negative space, right? You want to be truthful and honest about your intentions with someone, or maybe this is your fear that someone is not truthful and honest with their intentions towards you. This could be why the Seven of Cups is here with the Chariot about your movement forward. You may be cautious about whether or not moving forward will be successful. Okay. And this could be because you're going towards someone that is familiar with you. You may be familiar with this person. Yeah, that makes sense as well. You could be very familiar with this person. Or whatever action that you're taking as a King of Wands could be familiar because you're going back into old territory, maybe you have been single and focusing on yourself, where now you want a family. All right, collective, you want stability, you want a union. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for part 3. Welcome back to Pick a Pile. This is part 3. And if you picked clear quartz, this reading is for you. We're going to start with the untold truth, something that you may not know, collective. Some of you may know. All right, we have avoiding, blocking, escaping, pushing away. So you could be dealing with someone, collective, that could be pushing you away, not really answering your questions, not giving you clear understanding. Collective, this could also be you. All right, you could be avoiding attack connections, avoiding opening up to other people or allowing people to open up to you. You may have been spending a lot of time by yourself, alone. Eight of Wands, Magician, and the Nine of Swords. You do have a desire to have success. You may be worried that the things that you are manifesting may not be coming, Or maybe they're taking some time for you to see them, collective. Someone may have blocked you, or you may have blocked someone, and this is someone's energy towards you, collective. You get some clarity. You could be connected to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or an Aquarius. You have someone that's heavily in their mind, heavily thinking about you, heavily thinking about a situation, thinking about what it is that they desire. They may be afraid, or this could be you, maybe afraid to reach out or afraid to communicate about this thing that they desire. Trying to avoid maybe disappointment, maybe avoid rejection. Four of Pentacles is here, so somebody is definitely in protection mode, collective. This could be you or the person that you're connecting to. There goes the fire sign energy. You could be connected to an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. There's conflict, possibly within oneself. This could be the person that you're connecting to, and this could be why they're fearful of coming forward, or this is within you. You may be afraid of some type of rejection or forward movement. All right. Six of Pentacles. This is about reciprocity, giving and receiving. Yeah. Someone may have experienced some sort of betrayal or pain or hurt when it came to giving and receiving. Things may not have been always fair or equal, or this could be your feelings toward this individual. Maybe they were not always fair or balanced. You know, the energy of giving and receiving wasn't always fair. So someone could be seeing this situation as an ending, to 9 to the 10, right? Going from being fearful of being open, you could check out the first reading with the amethyst stone. This is somewhat similar. Someone could be afraid to have been open up to give and receive with someone, very much in their head about ending. Someone is afraid of things not really moving forward, but I do feel like things will be moving forward if you allow yourself to come out of this space of conflict, or the person come out of this space of conflict, because I do see communication. I see communication happening. It could be coming from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They may want to discuss an ending, all right? So somebody that you're connecting to, or this is you, maybe wanting to communicate about an unexpected ending. All of a sudden, there's this ghosting energy. Someone's not communicating. Someone's not open, right? Just avoiding the connection. And it could be, like I said, because of fear of some sort of disappointment or something negatively happening. You know, you manifest what you think of, and someone's thinking about an ending, and the ending is happening, and someone is wanting to communicate and talk about this ending. All right, collective, this is your message. Thank you so much for watching.